ladies and gentlemen, it gives me the great pleasure to be here tonight with you to grant this award, which is already traditional yearly award, as some of you might know about it. The award that I'm prepared to grant today, this evening, is the Cultural Heritage and Society Leadership Award, which goes to a special person. It's about Eugen Vaida, the founder of Ambulanța, pentru Monumente. Ambulanța, pentru Monumente, it's a community which is, and also an organization, which, based on the work of 1,000 volunteers, craftsmen, also experts in monuments, are helping safeguarding our cultural heritage. Before inviting Eugen to tell us a few words, I just want to tell you a couple of things about Eugen Vaida, for the ones which might not know. Eugen Vaida is one of Romania's most active stewards for heritage. He founded the Ambulanța for Monuments, Ambulanța pentru Monumente, in 2016, which became Romania's main first aid program for built heritage, saving close to 100 historical buildings, and coordinates nowadays on behalf of the Romanian Order of Architects several programs for the preservation and adaptive use of traditional buildings from the rural part of the country. He owns a vast ethnographic collection, being founder and president of the network of private rural ethnographic collection and museums from Romania. Eugen Vaida is well-known supporter of architecture summer schools, initiating support funds for this type of initiatives, and served at the time as the director of the King's Foundation in Romania and president of Asociația Monumente. In 2020, he became an Ashoka Fellow, benefiting from lifetime support from world-leading social entrepreneurship organizations. Due to his exceptional merit, Asociația Monumentum, run by Eugen Vaida, was knighted by the Romanian presidency in 2021. And now I invite Eugen on the stage for the prize.
I'm very thrilled. I haven't heard such an important laudatio. I usually work on the ground, on the roof, with our volunteers. So I'm one of the ones who never left actually Romania, who always considered that one can't find its own path here, as narrow as it must be at the beginning. But then going this narrow path, I just noticed that there is someone else behind me, there is someone else in front of me, there is someone else who is coming from the other direction. And suddenly we were more than 1,000 people who said we must do something to preserve Romania's culture, heritage and identity. So now it's about the Ambulance for Monuments, which is now run by 9 different NGOs covering 60% of Romanian territory. But what we're trying to do is to reconnect the local communities to their own heritage, to open their self-esteem, to see that there is a lot of history and the roots are in this heritage. So I want to thank Raiffeisen Bank because they have been one of our partners, and I also mentioned Mr. Deputy Secretary General mentioning a few times about part of who we are. And Romania is now at its edge. Part of who we are is identity, is heritage. That's so important. But sometimes when you have so much liberty, you actually forget about the fundamental rights. One of the fundamental human rights is your own culture, to be connected to your own culture. And unfortunately, Romania has more than 800 monuments, historical buildings, listed buildings which are abandoned and in a state of collapse. It's worse than you see the images in the Ukraine. But Ukraine has shown us that for what we must fight, when you have all these things, you don't care about them. But when you are at the edge of losing them, you suddenly discover how valuable they are. And this is something we can learn from the Ukraine. These people are fighting for their identity and their cultural values. Because we all know that Europe was created, and Jean Monnet said at some point that if you should do it again, you should start the European program. You should start from culture. And here we are. I'm so grateful to so many Romanian businesses, and not just, which want to put a break to the reconstruction of Romania and our identity. So thank you, Cristian, thank you, the Aspen Institute, who helped people like me in an earlier age to find their own paths, to be leaders among others, and to not to be alone. Thank you, all of you.